Welcome to today's episode, where we explore how adopting a thinking in English mindset significantly enhances language fluency. Dr. Smith, what are the core techniques to stop translating and start thinking in English?
The key lies in immersion, much like how swimmers learn swimming by being in water. Start with simple exercises like naming objects around you in English or narrating your day. It's like training your brain to process directly in the target language, creating neural pathways specific to English.
However, isn't it daunting for beginners to completely switch to English, especially if they're used to their native language?
Indeed, the challenge can seem overwhelming. Many fear making mistakes, but it's crucial to embrace errors as they are essential for learning. Had a student who wore a sign, "Mistake Maker," it reminded her daily to focus on improvement over perfection, gradually boosting her confidence.
That's an inspiring anecdote. As learners advance, what strategies might they incorporate to maintain momentum and avoid stagnation?
Engagement is key. Set small, achievable challenges like thinking in English for 5 minutes during a routine task. As Professor Johnson suggested, incrementally increasing these milestones fosters long-term retention and fluency without overwhelming the learner.
Let's shift to integrating English into daily routines. What practical advice do you have for embedding language practice seamlessly into everyday life?
A simple yet profound method is language layering, substituting parts of your day with English exposure. For instance, switch to English for your morning news or engage with English podcasts while commuting, much like blending ingredients subtly into a recipe for better taste.
Yet some argue that this passive exposure isn't as effective without active use. How would you respond?
That perspective holds some truth. Active engagement, such as speaking or writing, definitely solidifies learning. However, passive listening builds comprehension over time, similar to background tuning a radio to receive clearer signals without overt tuning efforts.
As learners progress, how might they further deepen their practice using this method?
Supplement passive inputs with active tasks, such as reflecting on a podcast episode by summarizing it in English. Creating analogies like building blocks can heighten understanding and retention, reinforcing both listening and expressive skills progressively.
Fear of mistakes often hinders language progression. How can learners overcome this and turn mistakes into learning opportunities?
Fear is a natural barrier, yet viewing mistakes as feedback rather than failures is transformational. Think of a sculptor refining a statue. The process isn't without error but essential for form. Asking for corrections and welcoming feedback can actually accelerate learning.
Could you share an instance where a learner embraced this philosophy for improved results?
Certainly, I recall a student, Alina, who initially hesitated to participate in conversations. By deliberately introducing errors and inviting corrections, she gradually gained clarity and confidence, leading her to even initiate group sessions to foster collaborative learning.
Reflective of broader educational approaches, would you say incorporating this mindset could drive greater global language learning success?
Absolutely. Encouraging a culture where mistakes are celebrated instead of stigmatized can create an inclusive and supportive learning environment. Platforms adopting this philosophy could see enhanced engagement and faster learner progression.
Let's talk about sharing language journeys to inspire others. How does this practice enrich both the sharer and the audience?
Sharing journeys creates a ripple effect of inspiration, much like storytelling weaving threads of experience that others resonate with. It builds community, offering relatable experiences early learners can be motivated by, knowing others have tread a similar path.
But how do we ensure these shared experiences remain diverse and representative of different challenges and successes?
Diversifying platforms for different voices is crucial. Like a kaleidoscope, variety in perspectives fosters broader empathy and understanding. Initiatives such as forums or language cafes celebrating multicultural experiences could enrich learning dynamics significantly.
In looking towards the future, how can learners be encouraged to continually share and grow within these communities?
Instituting reward systems for proactive sharing, such as badges or highlighting storytellers in community spotlights, enhances motivation. As technology evolves, virtual storytelling spaces could amplify these interactions, shaping a dynamic, ever-thriving language community.